and I got it from Sasha. Sasha? Yeah. No, Sarah.
It wasn't
Sarah.
poison.
No, you got it
was
from
a completely
Sarah. No,
yeah,
Sarah. Yeah, you got it from Sarah.
It was a completely legitimate chocolate bar.
Okay, I was not sure, but I figured I would let him take that chance rather than Tatiana.
Good on ya.
Dang. Sasha was like, Sarah was like legitimately like one of your best friends from all the rep and stuff.
That's true. However, after Sarah went off and killed Ileana after the whole discussion,
Attempted.
Attempted. She had absolutely no idea what Sarah's stance was.
Fair enough.
Tatiana.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like she didn't know because Sarah kept a lot of things close to her chest. You know, it was one of those things where, you know, is she really just trying to befriend me to stab me in the back? Was she actually trying to reach out and be my friend? I don't know. Do I trust this chocolate bar? Who knows? Let me give it to this guy.
Do I trust this chocolate bar?
Literally the last.
I get to deliver a good line.
Is that chocolate bar poisoned? And I was thinking I was actually hold on to it until I eventually have to do embrace death as your final destiny.
Just like bite it, like I'm
Take it, bite it, and then wait, and then if not, just shoot myself in the head. But
okay, what other moves would you guys like to make? Considering Tyler completely abused the system.
So I want to work on the plane today.
Oh, fantastic!
Since like for the first day ever, it's like a nice sunny day, and I don't have to shovel shit. And they tow my plane on, and I see all the like crew heading over there. And I'm like,
you can scavenge for that.
Do you consider the Sasha to be your plane?
No,
what a weird possessiveness. Yeah, they tow the plane that you crashed back in, the Sasha.
Yeah, it's my rack, maybe. It's not my plane, but it's my rack.
Okay.
Probably fitting that you spend some time fixing it.
Yeah, so I'm like, he's not fit for flight. We'll do what I can. And what do I roll?
Yeah, you have to roll
Skill?
for either repair or scrounge, and you need 3 of them.
And unfortunately, repair is at -1 for this.
As a scrounge.
As a scrounge.
Both those two things are hard.
It should be noted that all of the regimental armorers are spending no time helping you do this. They're repairing real planes and getting them loaded with the new Fab 50 bombs.
Are you
badass bombs?
Are you implying I'm working on an imaginary plane?
No, I'm implying that you're working on it alone.
It serves very well. It's just you're the only one there.
Okay, so
they hate you.
I have to. So I have to have
Can
3
we just say
successes?
that the new planes? With
You
new
can
bombs
do
are
them
fab
piece by piece.
killers?
You don't have to do them all now, but in order for the plane to get in the air, it needs 3.
So you can do 2 rolls right before you take a harm.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can do 2 of the 3 if you wanted to try that.
Okay, so I get out there and get greasy.
Ooh, is that -1?
It is, but it's still successful.
You get to choose 2 on the repair list.
Well, it won't fly today.
Yeah, she'll fly eventually, but not tonight. And since I don't have help, I don't complete the job in the officially approved manner. I don't have like
what non-officially approved do you do? And let me ask before you do this. More importantly,
standard instead of metric.
For someone who does so much by the book,
you use
right?
the capitalist measurement system?
Yeah, like for someone who does things by the book, why would you go out of your way to not do it for this?
Go out of so I have to. I'm like doing this on purpose, not like
Yeah, you're going out of your way to do this in the unofficially approved way because you need to get it done. Right? So why are you doing it this way?
Yeah, how am I justifying that?
Yeah. To yourself at the very least, and of course the audience.
Yeah. I think I'm like that I can like rely on like my team. Like I'm like, you know, unreliable airplanes are bad, but my team is reliable. My crews are all reliable. And she's gonna, you know, hope that pilots will be able to make up for any instability during like gliding and stuff.
Okay.
It's like the skill of Soviet airwomen is so great, slight instability is nothing.
You're totally flying that plane from now
This
on.
gauge that says feet instead of meters. Perfectly fine. Okay, you have one repair on this plane, and it's delayed being put into service for at least 1 day.
Okay. And do I want to go for
Add one to the mission pool.
yeah, I'm just thinking about what else I want to do. Gosh, I'm not sure.
So if you want, I don't think Thor's actually said what he's doing. So if we want to come back to you,
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm busy ranching for a minute.
So everybody who's working on our planes, the entire work crew is female, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to be really like sort of nice and motherly and come out there and bring them all ice cream while they're working on things.
what's that? You're doling out the benefits of Tatiana's
That
reports?
one woman with the dumbbells keeps walking by in the background.
But this time it's replaced with like 2-gallon tubs of
Yeah, of ice cream. Yep.
2 tubs of ice cream. And the only way I can think of actually resolving this would be just acting up as a proper lady and being
Okay.
all nice to them and trying to get them to work. But
So what's the end goal? What is it you want to make them do?
work harder.
I want to get a mission pool because I want them to be like
But if you're
really
acting up,
focused.
you got to have something you want them to do.
Yeah, I think
Work
what
harder.
you're saying
The
is you want
options.
them to start working on the 588's planes.
Okay.
Work harder, work on our planes.
All right.
Because we're
I'll
nice
accept that.
people.
Sure.
Maybe even get them. Ooh,
Ooh.
guts.
Guts.
11. So
Okay, you can pick
I
two.
get to basically add one to the mission pool and either ensure that no consequences ensure that no consequences, or I could make them start working on that plane of ours. Would that actually help us?
Arthur,
Yeah,
would
I'll
that
I'll
actually
give you
reduce
a
the
tick.
number of required
Yeah,
repairs in the
I'll
plane?
take that off.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
do it for me and Tatiana and the others,
And this fucking pile of ice cream.
So
and
I
this
think
pile of ice cream.
so. You did your choices, and it's
Yeah,
that they're coming and the mission pool.
There's going to be some consequences down the line, but they start helping us out, and we get a mission pool.
I think this is perfect. I think I'm like working on the plane, and when you get them to come over, so and I'll stop like actually doing repairs and go scrounge for stuff for them to repair it with.
Okay, cool. Are you scrounging in the officially approved manner, or are you going to make sure it falls off the back of a truck?
One is with the luck and the other one is a 2d6.
So I'm gonna go for the just wherever I can get it, unofficial channels.
Oh man,
Oh,
I love
this
how
is-
like in a pinch you've gone from like being the perfect Soviet officer to being like
I can't do my job if I don't have a plane, and there's no way that
Yeah.
Petrovka is gonna put
yeah,
me.
you'll do anything to
Tatiana,
get that
as you're
plane
doing
back
this,
in the air.
Tatiana looks over and gives you a wink and a nod and says, "This is the realities of the."
Oh, new lovers are
Germans.
coming up.
So I mean, this is basically like the same transformation that Tatiana had. Like, but anyway,
Yeah, I'm like seeing the reality of the situation, and I'm just like, shit. Shit's getting janky.
All
Very
right,
it's gonna
janky.
keep getting
roll
janky.
2d6 plus luck -1 for hard scrounging.
5.
That was it. I get a 5.
You can't find it. Can't be acquired for love or money. Well, I'll tell you what. You attract unwanted attention. You find poor quality shit, and you incur a debt from our old friend, Desk Sergeant Boris Fedladra.
My Russian life.
He's like licking his fingers from a chocolate bar and you walk in.
Yeah. He's like, you need some canvas for wings, huh?
I love how you went to him. Of all people, even though you.
No, I think what happened here. Let me say what happened is that I went over onto their airfield, and I was like
also in
hoping.
prison right now. How did you manage to try to get him? He's in the brig.
No, that's the guard who had the
That's the
rifle.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
the
I went
guard
to
went in.
scrounge
Okay.
over there.
And he caught you sneaking on the base.
Because yeah, I like.
And he
flirted
made a
out-
shady deal with you, of course.
Yeah.
He gives you some incredibly shitty ratty canvas that does nothing for your plane, but's gonna cost you big in the future.
That man
Hey.
is clear. We've clearly identified the fact that this man is a traitor and a capitalist scumbag. He keeps doing this.
Oh, not even a capitalist, a Hitlerite scumbag. He's
Yeah,
a
Hitlerite
saboteur
scumbag.
working within the Soviet Air Army.
Yep.
So, are you guys ready to move forward for the day?
Yeah, I think we've.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to take a harm by taking more actions.
Because
I
that
know.
plane is still out. The reserve plane needs another repair still.
I can
And
take
even
a
if you
second
did repair it, it can't fly tonight.
I can take a second action without taking
Yes,
harm, right?
that's correct.
Excellent. I'm
Oh, mission pull. Oh,
Mission pull.
No, fix the plane.
I'm
Oh, you can't.
I'll-
No, you
I'll-
can't fly tonight because you picked
Oh, yeah.
one where it doesn't fly tonight.
Yeah, we can fix it tomorrow, hopefully.
I'm going to admit to being not entirely, like a lot of us, not entirely original with this at this hour. And so we've got some air cover for the mission going on tonight, as far as I know. And
Well, you don't know the mission. Like, your character has no idea.
Okay,
But
I have no-
Tatiana is
yeah,
writing
that's-
reports like crazy, and you kind of get the feeling that she's worried.
Okay. And I know who would be giving us air support if we were to if you were to go. That would be my old friend Galuvn of
Your old
is-
friend. Yeah.
yes Galuvn of Squadron, right?
Go.
I'm gonna
Go
go over there with ice cream.
Oh.
Yep, you're
You can't get
immediately you're turned away at the desk.
Yeah. You can't get on the plane. Remember, on the barracks.
Yep.
Oh,
Desk Sergeant Boris Fed Lateral sees you showing up with ice cream. He's just like, turn around.
I'm
Stop
like
trying to fuck the same guy that everyone in your squad is trying to fuck and get out of here.
I'm not gonna look at the two guards beside him. Can I offer you some?
There's only one guard now.
I'm like, yeah, I know. You banned us from the airfield. That's
Boris
okay.
is just like, step back, ma'am. Step back.
I
Return
would
to
not
your
even-
airfield. Your women are not allowed here. No 588s. He points to the sign above him.
It's like
I know.
Literally
made out of
handwritten
crayon,
in crayon, no 588s.
but like spelled backwards.
Oh yes,
Like, you-
I'm going to look at him straight in the eye and then look at the other guard behind him. I know what not allowed. Is ice cream not allowed here? And just hand it over and see if he'll
We're
take.
gonna-
Were you bringing over enough ice cream that you'd need like a hand?
So here's what I
Sure.
think happens. The
Okay,
ice
I've got
cream
it.
has melted slightly as you brought it over, and we already know he puts his feet up on the desk, so he just kicks it and knocks it over, and in slow motion, the plastic lid like pops off and all the melted ice cream pours out, and he's just like, that's what they think about your ice cream.
And it's like you do realize this is your
Destruction of
office,
Soviet property.
right? Soviet ice cream.
Hey,
It's
that's,
like red.
ice cream is like gold in the Soviet army during World War II. Like,
Yeah.
he literally kicked over like mountains of morale, just all
Yeah,
drizzling along the floor
morale.
right now.
I'm go.
That's punishable by death in my book.
Yeah. What's the like? If I was over there, like trying to like, help-
How is this happening? I love how it's like
I asked
Thor's
if
carrying
she was-
over.
how much he would take, and she said enough for
Everyone's
2
like, he's carrying over like a 2-gallon jug, and
Okay,
then
if it's
like
2
he's
gallons, then
like, all of a
that's not very
sudden
much.
it's a 10-gallon jug, and he needs help from the lieutenant. Wait, it's a
It's
3-person
15.
job because it's
Yeah.
actually 15. I
would
feel
just
like
love to
instead of
get
seeing
over
this
that.
story
700
happen,
pounds of ice cream.
listen.
You can join
I would-
me even if I don't need help.
Yeah.
Well, I
carrying
would
it.
certainly be trying to look good to him because
Yeah.
I like bringing him ice cream. I think would like help
I feel like instead of watching this happen, we're actually seeing like the three of you as like old, demented women relaying the story, and each of you is like, "No, I was there, and this is how it went down. It was 15 gallons, and he spilled out pure gold from inside."
It's like it was 47 gallons. We had eaten 3.
It took 75 airwomen to carry across the front lines of the German army.
Both ways, uphill in the snow in the middle of the summer.
We had to jump from tree to make sure the ice cream wouldn't melt.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
Anyway, looking back to the guard beside him, looking all ladylike, wiping off a little bit of ice cream off my face and licking it.
What the fuck do you have ice cream on your face for?
He just
Everywhere.
fucking kicked it over, over me.
I look very disappointed about the ice cream spillage, like the guard.
No, he's not.
I'm just gonna look at him and say,
Really?
it'd be a shit, but you know, well, I guess that means no ice cream for you this time. And
so the guard just starts laughing.
Arthur,
The guard
I
is
always
just
wonder
like,
if you underestimate how amazing ice cream is to like. The
So
front
no, the guard like opens the gate and there's a fucking ice cream truck on the other side. That's like 4 times bigger than what you guys got, and they're unloading the ice cream into a like a frozen storage vault. They've got ice cream for days.
And theirs is Rocky Road. Ours was just chocolate.
All right, so I think the answer to this question is that you are going to act up and demand remuneration for the spilled ice cream with the ice cream truck supplies.
Can I just say that someone looking on the outside, like maybe a guard across the way, just notices women coming and going from this guy's office all fucking
So this
day.
is the gate guard.
Yeah.
There's not an office. You guys are literally keep coming up to his gate and getting turned away.
I'm
never tried to walk
papers,
through.
please.
I want to be clear here. You guys are trying to set this up as like, yeah, he's a sex fiend. But instead, from their point of view, it's a bunch of hussies who keep trying to sleep with their captain, walking up to the gate and attempting to sneak in and, I don't know, steal some canvas.
Look, I just want to.
You guys look terrible in this position.
Yeah,
I just want to sleep with the desk sergeant. Get him off my back.
Boris is gonna die.
You actually
Oh,
can't.
man.
You can't.
I'm
Like,
too tired
literally,
of
your
this.
debt says that you can't trade it for sex.
I get one mission pool and I walk away.
All right.
Let's
No,
end
before you
this.
walk away, I want to be clear here. We know that Seraphim is there and Tatiana. So I feel like this big reveal needs to happen now. I'm invoking one of my GM moves here. And so someone in a very fancy outfit with colonel's bars on his shoulder comes out and says, "Son, I see my supplies got you. Are you okay?" And Desk Sergeant Boris Fedlateral stands up and says, "Of course, Colonel Fedlateral." And the colonel turns and says, "Is this the bitch that keeps writing reports to my fucking supply office?" And points at Tatiana, and he's like, "Yes, father, that is the bitch." And then he takes your report that says that Boris Fedlateral is like a saboteur terrorist, and just lights it up in front of you in like a pile of smoldering ruin. And it's like, well, I feel like this vital paperwork just got delayed, and like throws it in the air, and the ashes fall into the ice cream, and he and his son walk off laughing onto the airfield.
Tatiana, as he's walking away, says, "Thank you for your consideration, Colonel. We'll be in touch."
He said, like, he doesn't even turn around. He's just like, "Don't worry. When I demand the consideration from you, you'll know it."
I just want to eyeball the
Okay.
situation.
Sure.
Okay, out of character, I'm fucking shooting that.
So, if you're gonna eyeball, you might incur harm for doing
You're
that.
definitely going to incur harm.
Well, I definitely want to size up the situation and see if I can help.
Yeah, but you'll get a
Do
harm
it.
if you do it.
You'll get a harm. I wouldn't.
But didn't I just lose all my harms?
Yeah, but you've already taken 2 actions so far, right?
Yeah.
So if you keep stretching yourself out by cutting into your sleeping time, by taking actions, you take harm.
Yeah. So you can have 2 actions before you take 1 harm. And
So if you're gonna do that, then
Okay.
pair up with Thor and try to reach out to each other and Oh, great.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just
I'll
like,
go with the spilled ice cream filled with
I just really wanted to do. I just really wanted to like have a reaction to the situation. Wasn't sure what to do, and
Yeah, you can just say something to him if you want while he's walking away.
We can have I think we should have a big, hug it out scene in front of all the guys at the airfield, covered in ice cream, and
This coming from.
Why do
the
you keep
fucking
trying to make
wall.
this super sexy?
Yeah.
covered in
Wait.
ice cream.
All right,
Hey,
we're
My
not.
nipple fell
Hey,
out
you're
of my ice cream covered uniform.
Okay, wait.
hey, aren't
Is
you-
everyone done making moves so
Yes,
we can?
absolutely.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
kill some fucking Germans, please.
I think
Yeah.
you other
So
people
here's what
all
happens.
over me. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys show up for your mission. Like you go to sleep, you show up for your mission. They're carting the reserve aircraft off of your base, and it's Colonel Fed Lateral is like directing it. And he says, Lieutenant Tatiana, I apologize, but the Central Directorate of the Real Services of the Soviet Air Army Force, 4th Air Army Logistics and Supply Commissariat, well, we saw you've issued so many reports today and requisitioned so many resources, and you have this broken, unfixed plane here. We're going to need it to go to, a more useful regiment. One that
Colonel
doesn't feel
Federato.
like ice cream is a tradable resource.
I appreciate the needs of the Soviet Union. Rest assured that the 588 will make do with 2, if not 1, aircraft if need be.
He's like, excellent. Thank you so much for your consideration, Lieutenant. I hope that in the future I can keep an eye on your career. You know that you've always got a friend in me.
I appreciate the kind words, and rest assured that I, too, will be looking forward to future interactions with you.
Man,
Oh, man.
I don't know, it's like something's being lost in that communication almost. You know what I mean?
no,
Like,
I don't know. I think they understand each other perfectly.
no, I do, but
I-
like, if someone else is watching, if like Sonia is watching, they're just like, oh, okay.
Oh, they're best buds. They're
like,
friends.
yeah, like that makes sense. This is the Russian army working as its best. I like it.
Yeah, so they cart off your reserve aircraft. Good old Sasha's gone forever.
Yep.
Yeah, who needs
Uh,
Sasha anyway?
Okay, so it sounds like Natalia and Katya will be without planes to fly for this next mission. So, are we going forward to the mission briefing?
Yep.
Okay. So, 588. It is most unfortunate that we will be flying into this next mission short-handed. However, I have trust in the abilities of every woman present here. Intense bombing of German troop positions and supply depots across the Kuban area around Staroblisk and the Tarangrozbrod line.
Yeah, perfect Russian. I love it.
Yeah. Heavy patrols by the Luftwaffe's elite JG-54 group should be expected throughout this area of operation. I must warn you that all actions will have a negative repercussion, so everything we do will be more severe. How did I
literally
say that
said-
right? I kind of said that wrong. Basically, I'm trying to say that like our mistakes will be more painful, and our successes will still be painful.
Oh,
If
that's
that makes
good.
sense. Okay.
But we have like a fuck ton of mission pool.
We do, which
That
is
must be
why
fucked up.
Tatiana specifically ignored that damaged aircraft.
You have 6 mission pool.
And we have 6 mission pool. Okay,
Only-
so
only 6?
this is
I got-
going
I
to
got-
be the mission
I got
layout.
2.
I assume that Sonia Krupman has received her advance. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Sonia will be in the lead aircraft, tail number 11, nicknamed Lady Luck. She'll be the combat pilot leading the attack run. Tatiana will be the lead navigator in the same aircraft. And then in the reserve aircraft, we will have Katya as lead pilot and Serafima as the lead navigator. Or the
Do you
the
guys
backup navigator or whatever it is.
do any of you guys have regard with plane number 11?
No, it's
we-
just you. However, the reason why I put...
I mean, can we just switch planes and you go lead just so I get my +1 regard?
So I don't want to do that because Sonya doesn't have to make a wheels down move if it's remotely possible to land, which is going to be very important for us because there's going to be wheels down that happen.
No, yeah, but that's still going to happen if you fly plane 187. I'm saying you get no penalties for switching.
What he's saying is he wants to reserve your positive modifier in the plane by not wrecking it.
So no one has a good skill. Like no one's good at landing a plane.
Aside from
everyone has, except for Tatiana, but she's also the only one that can navigate well.
So landing plane is easy. It's where you land is important.
I'm just saying.
Wise words.
I'm just saying, if you guys mess up the attack run, and
I appreciate that, but
I go in.
No. You will get a plus. You'll get a +1 anyway. So
Tatiana says to Kalishnikov, what's your call sign again?
Snake.
Snake. Do not question my decision in front of the mission briefing, in front of all of our officers. You are free to bring your concerns to me in confidence, but not in front of the assembled squadron. So basically, she's just pulling rank here and saying, "Shut up."
I apologize, sir. I just love that plane.
I appreciate this, and believe me, I do not wish to see any harm come to her either. This
sounds like in the future you're gonna want to change that regard spot to 187 because it sounds like they have a pretty solid Team 11.
Well, in general,
we'll see.
Generally, I would probably have Snake up as pilot. But right now, for this mission, I have a feeling that Blade's ability to land a plane in impossible circumstances or near impossible circumstances is going to come in handy.
Okay.
Plus, the lead pilot also pushes a +1 onto the.
Yeah. So if you have to make an attack run from a failed attack run, then Snake will have a +1 going forward on that. So you'll still be able to make a +3 attack. So you're not really losing anything there. So anyway,
I'll be getting a +4 instead of a +5, and as in I won't be getting the automatic success.
Yeah. Either way, Tatiana has shut down your descent and said your skills have been considered for this mission and decides to move on.
Dang.
Oh, okay.
She's CO, and you just called
playing it like the leader. Yeah.
I want to go to each person individually and ask what their thoughts are, because there aren't that many missions left on this card. I think that after you complete Mission F, the only one left is Mission C.
Yeah, I think you are...
So, I want to know, going into what's basically the hardest mission in the entire campaign so far.
I had actually put Mission E as the hardest one, but whatever.
Here's the thing to remember. You have to take one consequence on an attack run. With this bump up, you have to take 2 consequences on a successful attack run.
I agree.
That's going to be brutal.
It is. But I think we lucked out majorly with our enemy fire on the last one, because no one's good at enemy fire. We had to make 3 enemy fire.
Sasha was, so,
So I want to know, what are Katya's thoughts going into this? You've got... The mission is so dangerous, they gave you fresh super bombs. They gave you the best equipment you've ever seen.
Yep.
So Seraphima is first of all irritated that she's not flying this mission, especially that it's a dangerous mission.
You're flying. You're in the air.
I mean I'm not piloting. Yeah.
You're not piloting.
Yeah. So and I'm like I don't like I'd rather have control. I think every other mission I was piloting.
You were.
Yeah. And so I'm she's probably like thinking that people don't think of her highly enough to like continue giving her flights, and she already heard it was Katya wanted to change planes, and she was like waiting to like actually like request to pilot instead of Katya. Yep. And then like you're like, don't ask me to like change my plans in front of everyone, like this is inappropriate. We're about to go on the mission. This is what's happening. And then I'm like, oh, there's no way I could ask. So I'm like a little down. I'm a little downcast.
I look over in your general direction as I see your eyes go down.
Significant glance.
And has anyone ever seen Berserk, like the anime?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You remember that time that like Guts just rushes in to like the enemy battle lines and just starts tearing through and like causes a big ruckus
that's
because
like-
he completely abandons his entire like squadron. And like Hawk
that's a
comes
number
in
of
and says to
episodes.
him, "I drew up my battle plans, accounting for your tendencies." And that's the look. That's the look I give to Seraphine.
Alright.
Because right
She
now, we
knows
don't
I'm-
need brash actions. We
Yeah, she knows I'm not reliable.